talented young footballers in the world and won multiple Champions League with Real Madrid without any meaningful impact, with very minimal impact. As when Real Madrid went on to the Champions League.
Marco Asensio had very impact. It was one of their best super sub goals.
Substitution. The fact that you mentioned, like I said, substitute qualifies the fact that we didn't have any maximum impact. So yes, but then his progress has been a bit sluggy because Marco Asensio came out with appear with the likes of Vinicius Junior, Kylian Mbappe, Rashford, but then look at where he is right now, not being able to slot into the PSG attack is somehow, but then it is what it is. I think they have a better option at the back now. Manchester City has to speak right now, so I expect the mid and the likes to come in and then just a magic if things begins to be tough for them.
Right, so 5 minutes played so far in that game between Paris Saint-Germain and then also Manchester City, and as usual, Manchester City actually controlling and dominating that game already with 70% possession as against PSG's with 30. You really tell me the game from the coach will be, Luis Enrique will be to sit and hit them on the break. Would that be the most prudent thing to do in such a must-win game?
What does that? It is difficult for you to sit back against Man City for 90 minutes. You understand? I mean, we have seen teams go against Man City and they've been open, they've been attacking. We've seen Aston Villa take the game to Man City and then won. You understand? We've seen Southampton, we've seen Bournemouth take the game to Man City and then won. So I really do not see the reason why whether the PSG would want to sit back and then hit on the counter attack. Because you see, Man City is a team that's very vulnerable when it comes to their defensive setup. So I would wish or I would want per the game that we're going to see. I would want PSG to be more attacking. They should create the chances, but they're going to get the chances. And if they are able to create the chances, then the vulnerabilities that we have spoken about in the defense of Man City is going to show. Because if you are not able to get the game to Man City, then how are you going to create, or are you going to see the deficiencies in the defense? So if you are defensive, then it's going to be difficult for you. But you see, one thing that PSG might do that might hurt them is the fact that if you are overly defensive, there's going to be a problem. But if you have much more of the ball too and you are not using the spaces, that might also be a problem.
All right, so and that's the game where we'll be running play-by-play commentary, and it's been Paris Saint-Germain also trying to warm themselves into the game, and that's why very cheeky from Manchester City, who could be on the ascendancy now, and then you have him Savino. He also didn't really start live well in Manchester, but gradually he's beginning to find his hero self. But Paris Saint-Germain regained possession. And you can see how City are playing cautiously. They know what's at stake for them should they go down in this game.
Yeah, Jose, I have indicated earlier on that City do not have the legs, you understand? I mean, to hold the ball for 90 minutes. So what they have tend to do nowadays is the fact that they allow the opposition a bit of the game, you understand? Because they are not able to have that legs. They have the couple.
You look at Haaland's positioning; it's quite a problem, isn't it?
No, it's all about the way PSG is laid up. You understand? I mean, you cannot push forward if the opposition has the ball. So all you have to do is to drop back and then be a part of the midfield that's going to do the tackling, so that you block all the spaces that's going to be available for the opposition to explore.
Right. So Achraf Hakimi finds it himself very deep into City's defensive area. And as PSG now, after chasing the ball for the first 5 minutes, they have solid control now, and it is Nuno Mendes at the left back. A lovely ball slotted in back. Kanji there to just make sure that it wasn't a big chance.
Yeah, it was a very, very big chance. I think Nuno Mendes had only wanted to just square it up for him.
But we are seeing the fullbacks of PSG actually attacking very, very attacking positions, aren't we? It was Achraf Hakimi and now Nuno Mendes.
Under normal circumstances, right? The guy who gave that pass shouldn't have touched the ball twice. He just should have played the ball once when the ball came, because that would have been easier. You see, you don't read the passes when it is one touch. When you are able to have composure, you are able to have composure when the players are able to get the first touch before they give the pass. So he should have just directed the ball one time.
Right. So PSG's corner cleared, but they regained possession inside the center circle, and they still have possession. Now it looks like Manchester will only Manchester City will only resort to keeping their shape, a 4-2-3-1 formation, double pivot of Bernardo Silva, and then also Mateo Kovacic, who was on the score sheet for them in that 6-0 hammering at Ipswich. And there you can see, is that Luis Figo?
Yes.
That's Luis Figo. He's really aged, isn't he? Alright, so
You see, you see people like this, and you have nostalgic memories. You understand about football in the early 2000s or the late 1990s.
Alright, so PSG will start accelerating again, and that was a nearly through ball and nearly found Ashraf Hakimi, who I was trying, very, very busy about it. But it's Ruben Diaz already getting to the books of the referee. Dangerous for Manchester City.
That's possible. They don't have a net. See, as you can see, they are playing about 3 attacking midfielders in midfield. We mentioned that they are playing double before, but it doesn't seem like a double.
And that's quite malicious.
They have double number 8 playing as pivots, and then a tired leg, Kevin Durant are playing right in front of them. There are many more spaces in between. That's to share.
Alright, so it's free kick. It's about 33-34 yards out. PSG, they've been very dominant in the last 4 minutes. Kangin Lee has been on set pieces, and the header, and that could have been the first goal, but that chance from Jordan as a young Portuguese that got begged. He should have hit that one on target.
That qualified for an offside.
No, it's not.
No, he was outside actually.
He ran from deep.
Before making connection with that ball.
Is it Josiah? One of the most difficult things to track in football is players who run from deep. Yeah. That's because they are always on the blind side of the defenders. So you hardly see them.
The power with which they attack the ball.
So most likely what is going to happen is that Man City will have to be very careful. Apart from being careful, they have to be very aggressive in their tackling. And you remember that a couple of minutes ago we were talking about the spaces that are going to be created in the defensive setup of Man City, and that is what we have seen so far. I mean, 2-3 balls have been able to penetrate to the defensive setup, and that is what they will have to be looking out for.
Alright, so top football personalities watching on from the VIP section. Yeah, El Khalifi over there, but it's Manchester City now with the ball. And Ruben Diaz, very deep, a long switch, trying to get that one, but that couldn't really get to Matias Nunes. And it's been very typical of a game that you would expect both teams to go for 3 points, but we've seen City the more conservative side, knowing that they are playing away from home, and it tells you our home crowd sometimes our home advantage still counts in European football, doesn't it?
Yes, it definitely counts. But what I'm observing here is that Manchester City are sensing threats from PSG's attacking force, so they are just being conscious and then trying to hit them at the right time with their own pace. So that's what they are trying to do right now, just to keep composure and then endure the pressure and then heat for a few minutes and then try and reach out for them and hit them at their own time.
Yeah, so it's a bit cold. It's a bit rainy as well, but it's Manchester City with a throw-in in an attacking position. Erling Haaland, he's been a best spectator in the last 12 minutes or so, and you've been thinking or asking how Bernardo Silva, Savino, and Co could get him the supplies for him to feed up.
I don't see Savino feeding him that much.
So Haaland with a ball out looks a bit dangerous, but off and what a save from Donnarumma, point blank it is. You'd say that save has kept PSG in the tie for now. So the flag hadn't gone up. No, it's still onside. That's not an offside. Yeah, so it's still Manchester City now. I think there's been the pendulum has gradually swung into their favour now. So they would want to attack Savino, being chased out of PSG's box by Ashraf Hakimi. Bernardo has a lovely turn. You can see City trying to work with those intricate passes, trying to see if they could find one that actually opens the door, that carves open Paris Saint-Germain. Okay, off the chest of Marquinhos. So that means that
off the hand of Foden first
before the chest of Marquinhos.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can see some young guys actually featuring for PSG here, and you would understand why Luis Enrique has always been a fan of kids throughout his time at Barcelona, at City, with possession of Bernardo Silva, a tricky, pacey, with a lot of chicanery as well. But they just can't string the passes together. We've not really seen them in that groove, stringing 15, 20 passes together. It's Bradley Barcola on the ascenders into the box, and just a heavy touch over there. And you'll be asking how City could be dealing with the attacking threat of Bradley Barcola, Kanye Lee, and then also do it.
The difficulties to play Barcola and Kanye Lee, and also Hakimi and Mendes running from behind.
Right, so appeals for a handball over there, but referee Massina having none of that. Fabian Ruiz, yeah, to Nuno Mendes. And that's Pacho. Was signed from the Bundesliga. Quite a lot of expectations, but he's really slotted into the heart of defense for Paris Saint-Germain. And first, what are we looking at tactically from Paris Saint-Germain? What are we looking at with the ball?
What you see, tactically, what Paris Saint-Germain is trying to do is that when they have the ball, they are trying to go out front. They are not playing the ball through the middle. They are not playing the ball through the channel. They are trying to take the ball through the wing because they know that they have wingers who are pacey, and then they have lateral defenders who are also pacey. And when they are without the ball, they are very aggressive because a couple of times that Man City have been able to string one or two passes in the center of the field. They've been able to disrupt their passing channels. And one thing that Man City is doing is that they are not aggressive when it comes to their tackling. They've been laid back because the more you tackle, the more you get tired. So they are laid back. They want PSG to pick the ball, then they can take it off them. But I expect Man City to be a bit aggressive when it comes to trying to take the ball off the PSG, because that is just what we have seen currently. The aggressiveness in the tackling of the PSG is disrupting the flow of Man City.
All right, so that's heading to 16 minutes now. Both teams are limiting each other to just 2 shots and 1 on target for each as well. And it's PSG trying to build up from deep. And it's the Spanish playmaker Fabian Ruiz, also a Euro winner a couple of months ago in Germany with the La Royas of Spain. So PSG with a careful build-up, trying to keep that shape as they attack, so that in the event they lose it, they will be able to defend. It's that offside though, but the flag goes up. Fabian Ruiz trying to sneak, and that was proper timing. And you could see it was quite an ambitious ball from Achraf Hakimi from deep, nearly. And it tells you how City can go narrow sometimes and very, very, squeeze themselves into midfield with that high line because they know that the PSG have got pacey wingers over there. So play restarts. Manuel Akanji and City really had some decent wins as well in the last couple of weeks. 8-0 thrashing of Salford League 2 side in the FA Cup third round. They got a 6-0 win over Ipswich Town in their last Premier League game. And then also, after taking a 2-0 lead against Brentford at the G-Tech through Foden, they managed to relinquish that. How they did it, even Pep doesn't understand. So City now trying to get into a promising position. Matthias Nunes playing as a stopgap right back in possession. And PSG will force them a bit backwards. City with Phil Foden, a long one to Savino. Quite a bit dire. He has Achraf in his way. He would have to go back. Kovacic and misplaced pass, and now it could be the turn of PSG to hit them with a counter attack. It's a lovely touch from Doué, but just Govanio ensuring that he clears that, takes it out of touch.
Yes, safety first. You need to carry the ball. Let's get it off his feet and then that's it. And then the ball is there to cover that. So that was a very good game from just go back.
Yeah, but in other games as well, that Santiago about Real Madrid haven't been able to put a goal past Salzburg. They are also, languishing in a very, very compromising position. That's 21st, which means they are still within at the playoff zone. But it's Bradley Barcola racing down at the midfield. He has Kangeli making a move into the box, but he would only find Achraf Hakimi, who will go for a strike, but straight into the arms of either's end, and that's the third shot for PSG, but that's second on target. It's promising though for the force.
Yeah, yes, so far, I mean, close to 20 minutes into the game, and every chance that has been created so far has come from what the PSG. It boils down to what we've been able to say so far. I mean, they've been able to control the game, the tempo of the game. The three midfielders have been able to control the defensive attacking threat of Man City. How have they been able to do that? We've spoken about that. Aggressive in the attacking, aggressive in pushing down space. You see, when you are in the defensive unit, the worst thing that they can ever do is to allow spaces to be in between your setup, and that is what they've been able to close nicely. So it's difficult for De Bruyne or Bernardo Silva to take the ball and then find Alan. That is what they've been able to do so far.
All right, so that's it. Some incisive breakdown of the tactical play from Force over there. But Foden, with the ball now, would find Savino, who was a laser pass onto the path of Bernardo. And it's CT on the ascendancy here. Could sense trouble. And Kevin De Bruyne trying to do what he does best with that trademark killer. Trying to, find the run of Erling Haaland, who was gradually creeping into the box bar for that outstretched foot of Joao Neves. Matheus Nunes with a throw in. He gets it to Foden, returns to Matheus Nunes. Foden into the box, across the header. Again, straight into the arms of Donnarumma. But what a move from Manchester City. Quite swift, and Haaland, gradually you could see they're beginning to find him, and it could be trouble for PSG if they do not cut us out lines.
Great attempts, then the shot was just too feeble for to trouble with Donnarumma. Nunes did very well there, fine for the goal actually creating across his gap. And it was well mentioned, but then the pace on the ball was quite minimal. So when he met the head of Erling Haaland, he couldn't travel very sharp. So that was a very good attempt on goal. When they get something like this, when they place three of these, I'm very much sure 2 times to so
alright, so it's a UEFA Champions League watch along on our page. We are live on YouTube, ALmedia channel. You can also send in your predictions and what you think about this game. But for your information, the latest update is that Bayern Munich are down at the keep against Feyenoord. So it's not just about Real Madrid not scoring against Salzburg, but one giant is down as we speak, and it's also a matchup, a huge one actually, closer one between two European giants. PSG made it to the finale 4 seasons ago against Bayern Munich. They lost though, but then it's a dangerous ball. Foden couldn't just control that one with his first touch. But City will gather that again. Matheus Nunes, they're playing very, very close to the edge of the PSG box, and you can see the playmakers. Whenever they have the ball, they try to go, with some very complex but yet very simple passes. Bernardo Silva drifting to the right hand side. He has been tasked with a free role, it seems, despite the fact that he started the game playing as one of the double pivots in midfield for City. So it's City. It's going to build up, slow. And you can see PSG not trying to lose that shape. Matheus Nunes, Kevin De Bruyne will play. Just the first time of asking back is the yellow card. You can see it's a yellow, isn't it? It's a yellow.
Yeah.
For you impeded the rally.
You would have gotten to that.
Yeah.
So it's clearly yellow.
All right. So Nuno Mendes into the books of a referee Massignac for trying to obstruct the run of Matheus Nunes over there. That's quite glaring. He knew what was coming. He knew there was definitely going to be punishment for him.
They are being highlighted, they are moving so quick forward. So you knew Nunes would outpace him, that's why we got to the end. So except we look at it, she very conscious, but double of this gets him out of the game.
Right, and that could be really, really, of a trouble for his side should he be sent off. So Ruben Diaz of Manchester City with a yellow card caution, and then also there's Nuno Mendes, the left back for PSG. But it is Bradley Barcola, trying to drop the shoulder over there, putting Kangi Lee with the ball now, who is going to make the run. Oh, but that That was a long, long one, but it's Ashraf Hakimi who got us the loose ball on the far right hand side, and it's PSG still in possession. Pacho, it's Nuno Mendes to Kangin Lee, lovely skill on the left-footed wide player, and Pacho into midfield finds Fabian Ruiz. Back to Marquinhos. And you can see PSG are trying to keep possession, not trying to give it away at all. They know it could be dangerous to lose the ball at that point. So Donnarumma also, has a share of that pass and kick. And it's a long one balloon, and that was a dangerous one. You should put it. For us, that's very, very dangerous, and you wouldn't be surprised if you
That should be a yes. That should be.
It's Ruben Diaz again.
Yeah, the ball was high, and the foot was very high.
That's dangerous.
No,
When you say the referee's being lenient with it,
no, that should have been the card. Because you see, the foot was very high.
So yellow, right?
Yeah,
no,
it's a yellow card.
No, it doesn't matter. You see, you do not have to consider this. If the foul is a foul, it's a foul. If it deserves a yellow card, it deserves a yellow card.
Right. So the latest in that game at the Santiago Bernabeu is that Real Madrid are up a goal to Neil Rodrigo scoring and Jude Bellingham assisting him for that one. So Madrid find themselves in a very, very good position now as far as the table is concerned. They move to 17 as things stand currently with 12 points. So as that game between PSG and then Manchester City is a watch along. So like I said earlier on, if you're watching, we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and you can bring in your messages. As a ball to Kangin Lee, can he shoot? Oh, no, he turns to Fabian Ruiz, who tried to work his way by the shot, and that was inches away from Vitinha, and that should have been dangerous. But just look at that, Kovacic bring it down, Joao Neves, and you could see PSG trying to work their way to the box, and that wasn't a bad effort. That wasn't a bad one, was it?
What does that? You see, what PSG is doing is that they want to take the ball into the penalty box of quantity. But I think that is not going to work. You understand? Because if you score a goal outside the penalty box, it is also a goal. It's going to be accepted. So
off the line. Gracious me, the return ball, and Manchester City would have to defend with their lives and their bodies on the line, literally, in the last couple of seconds. Because we've seen them coming very, very close. We've seen PSG coming very, very close, and they should have been one up. They should have been one up. And the fact that they're not taking the chance because they're so that was the corner kick. And just look at that. Off the arm, no. Was that off the arm of the player? No, it was. That's a tie of Josko Vadio. That should have been 1-0 to PSG.
That should have been.
That should have been 1-0 to PSG. So PSG still turning on, all the turbines. They're firing all cylinders for now, but still nothing to show for it. The most important statistic is still barring. And as Ashraf Hakimi trying to move the ball forward, switches the ball, finds They will cut inside. We're trying to connect that 1-2 with Kangin Lee, but never worked out. And City will regain possession at Foden. Ball intercepted. There's a referee calling for no. What do you have to say about the intensity? That's the right intensity. Looking at where both teams are languishing, and the momentum we need in this game. Look at the magnitude of this game. You think we are having the right intensity?
Yeah, that's what we were expecting. And this was exactly what's happening. You look at both teams, and PSG are more determined and trying to snitch and then get the job done even in the first 30 minutes. So yes, I think they should be up by a goal or two, but then it's being the intervention of Jasper Bakio and then goalkeeper Edison, who has still kept the scoreline by. And then I think this is the right momentum and everything that we expect.
Alright, so PSG probe it. It looks like They have settled right at the edge of the City box. The cross headed out, Vitinho headed down again, but that was a good clearance over there. And Marquinhos with a very hard tackle on Kevin De Bruyne. I'm sure the referee would have to revisit that if this ball should be missed. But Haaland isn't played through, but Pacho, what a tackle that was. And that was nearly PSG finding themselves in trouble. But do you think Marquinhos should be booked for that tackle on Kevin De Bruyne?
No, he shouldn't.
Alright, so as PSG clearing their lines, Pacho with an excellent job to deny Erling Haaland, who was played through a goal by Savino. And now PSG will have the ball. Fabian Ruiz around the edge of the center circle. Please, can we lead through? And Nuno Mendes will switch play. He's playing more inverted now. Ball to Kangili. Bodies in the box. PSG bodies in the Manchester City box. Waiting to cross the shot of a Man City player, and they'll look to attack. So it's now more end-to-end stuff now. And Savino will be calling for help. He needs some support. Because you can look at the tempo of the Manchester City players and the demeanor, and the alacrity. You can see there's a lot missing from Manchester City. Wouldn't you say that?
There's a lot missing. And you see, it boils down to what we've been able to see so far. When Savino had the ball on the left flank, he shouldn't have even looked back. He should have gone for the players to follow him.
Yeah.
But he's still calling these players to move up. So it just goes to tell you that what they don't have the legs, they don't have the capacity, they don't have the lungs to keep on running, because that would have been a fantastic counter attack. So the question then is that what are they doing? What are they going to be doing without the ball? And see that the problem that I see with the Man City team is that there's a lot of spaces in between them. They are not running, they are not aggressive. But PSG is not taking advantage of those things. Yes.
All right, so results from other matches. You have Inter leading in Prague, in Czechia. They have beaten Sparta Prague. They are leading Sparta Prague by a goal to nil. Arsenal also won. And then it's still 0-0 between Celtic and Young Boys of Aber. And then Feyenoord leading Bayern Munich by a goal to nothing. But in this game, in our watch-along feature game, it is Paris Saint-Germain still 0. Manchester City 0 in it. Manchester City with a corner kick. Matheus Nunes has his cross being cleared out by William Pacho and Foden to take. We've not really seen City come to life. We've seen some glimpses of vintage City, but not really that City we know when they are in their groove. Foden to take this one. Can count about 6 City players waiting to attack that one. It's an in-swinger, but Bakola will just trap that one kindly and will move to attack. That's a lovely skill from Dieu. Still keeps possession, but Kovacic will steal that one with cheeky ease, and that's a hard tackle on Kovacic from Joao Neves. Such an unassuming player, quite young with that, baby face, but he has a lot, under his sleeve. But that was a lovely skill from Dieu. That was a good skill from Dieu. So City now in possession. We've not really seen them hit hard. We've not really seen them besiege the attacking third area as a defensive third area of Paris Saint-Germain like they do, or they did in that game against Ipswich, where they kept on bombarding the defense with defense splitting passes and then crosses. Kevin De Bruyne was set to release Matheus Nunes. Too heavy from Kevin De Bruyne. That's something he used to do, week in, week out with so much ease. And that's not what you expect from Kevin De Bruyne, of course.
No, you don't expect that from Kevin De Bruyne. But you should understand. I mean, it's 32-33 now, so the passes are not going to be that effective as it used to be. But and you see, so far, PSG has been able to deny spaces for Kevin De Bruyne to have the balls. And you see, if Kevin De Bruyne is not able to serve Haaland, then it's going to be difficult for all the other attacking players to serve Haaland. And that's what we have been able to see so far, right? Be aggressive, be on them, be on the suppliers to Kevin De Bruyne. If you're able to do that, then you're going to deny the supply chain. And if you're able to deny the supply chain, it means that you're disrupting their flow. But after disrupting their flow, what do you get? What do you do with the attacking balls that you have yourself? And that is what PSG has been lacking in the 33 minutes that has gone so far.
Right, so we've seen that midfield trio of PSG being, extremely aggressive in this particular game. Vitinha, John Neves, and then also Fabian Ruiz, all being extremely aggressive, winning all the 50-50 balls, which we've not really seen City, play. But it's PSG now in possession, and they'll move to build up from the back. It's Makina also finds Ashraf, and PSG moving the ball at their own pace, and the switch to Bradley Bacola at the far left-hand side. Kangili midfield will receive that tap. To Vitinha, Mendes joins the conversation, and that's Kangili. He has switched to the left-hand side of attack, and it looks like that front three of PSG keep interchanging position, making it difficult for the defense of City to just track their runs now. It's Ashraf Hakimi finds himself in the attacking territory. They love it this way. It looks like they are beginning to dictate the tempo of the game by this with those simple passes. But you think it's a wise thing to do, looking at the scoreline currently, you think it would be okay for them to move the ball around or trying to, just draw City out of their shape?
I think the problem has to do with the back line. Now, if you have more commanding and then more play like a marksman, like the talisman of the team, you should be taking on defenders more. He's playing more casual, like trying to show good, but then he should take the game to Man City defense, which is Martial's weakness, who is not more like a defender. So if you can be more commanding and then direct, they should be getting something out of this matters.
We've not really seen the fullback of Manchester City really attack. Just Vardiol playing at left back, Matheus Nunes also playing as a stopgap right back. But it's Vardiol, for the first time in the game, finds himself very close to the PSG defense. PSG escapes trouble, the high press, and it's Nuno Mendes who keeps the ball in play. Fabian Ruiz, a switch to Ashraf Hakimi. Traps it beautifully. It is an attacking action now for PSG. Ball back, and it's Vitinha. We've seen them do this a couple of times to gather around that 18-yard box of Manchester City, move the ball around at their own pace, trying to just get that opening just to punish City, but we've not really seen them get it. City have been quite resolute with their defending. Hakimi, lovely passes, and the ball into space with the flat walk. No, it stays down, which means play will continue, and the ball to the back. But that ball has been cleared. Jay playing from the right hand side. João Neves to Pacho. PSG enjoying every bit of it. Pacho finds Nuno Mendes. Again to the right hand side where Josko Vardiol's area. It looks like they've been creating the overloads on the right hand side where Josko Vardiol finds himself. A long switch to Kangili. Can he trap it? Yes, he does. Kangili face to face with Matheus Nunes. The in-swinging cross headed up by Ruben Dias. Pacho tries to retain the ball with another header. Ball forwards kindly to João Neves. Fabian Ruiz. And you would have to admire, the possession from PSG. They're doing it with so much ease. And then the switch to do it. Playing from the right hand side of attack to Ashraf Hakimi. You definitely sending it across the dash. Tipped away by Ederson and out of danger by Akanji. Yeah, you can see it.
So yes, it was quite tricky. So that was up for the lesson for punching it out. It would have been very, very dangerous. And that one I was just waiting and then for the chance then that was up to the lesson.
Right, so and there's corner to PSG. 38 minutes gone so far. And it's Kangin Lee to effect this one. And you look at the diminutive, nature of the PSG players trying to attack that one, and you wonder if they can score for a corner kick. But it is Ederson who fisted it away, and a referee signals for an offside straight from the corner kick. Force.
The ball went out of play.
That's out of play.
Second time I'm observing this. Honest, like loosely, we were.
Rodri just watching it from the sidelines.
The world best player.
It is currently the divorcee also. Not really. But you can imagine, how he would be welcome to the house, just watching. It doesn't matter. The house equals gets, some before he gets the house.
Sometimes it's good to be seen.
Alright, so the single man speaking, but it's Savino played through, could have been the goal, no. And Donnarumma had to react, goal, just went down, saved that one, and Savino should be putting City up with that chance. It was a big chance, Foden playing through. The first touch was good about Donnarumma, world-class shot stopping there from Donnarumma, and you could see it. And it was Marquinhos and then Ashraf Hakimi hunting down.
But Josiah, you see, there's a contrast to what we see currently. Okay, PSG is holding the ball, they are caressing the ball, but at the end product is useless. Yes, and if you look at when Man City has the ball, they are doing something that traditionally is not associated with them. They move the ball at pace through the front, and we just saw one right now. If I were in the position of Samiro, then 9 out of 10, I'm getting that ball to the back of the net.
So Samiro with a big chance at that goal went back in, and it's City now we are 10. To also ask questions of the Paris Saint-Germain defense. 2 corner kicks in the space of just 30 seconds for Manchester City tells you that they also want to test the might and the powers of the PSG defense. Haaland will bend one inside, and Donnarumma nearly skewed that. Brandon Bacola, a bit aggressive, but referee signals for a free kick in a very promising area after he adjudged a foul for Foden. Bacola too aggressive on that occasion.
No, that is pure stupidity. There's no existential threat to your team. That the ball was facing outside. You understand? So you should have just kept your motion, just be behind him, and see what he's going to be able to do with the ball. Because it's practically impossible for him to have 10 with the pace at which he was running at. So I think that this is more dangerous than letting the ball run out of play, because with the rider behind the ball, it's going to be more dangerous.
Right. So Rodrigo has doubled the lead for Real Madrid in the game against RB Salzburg, but the swinging cross, Josko Vadio held that one down back, and then the corner again, the cross, and Marquinhos at this time at right place just to intervene, but Ruben Diaz was lacking, and it was Marquinhos' header. But you could see Donnarumma also trying to clear that one, but safety first.
No, it was a poor communication. As a goalkeeper, you should be demanding the boss. And that ball, Donnarumma should have called for that ball.
A series of corners are going the way of Manchester City in the space of 2 minutes. And it's Kovacic with a clearance, an awkward one all the way backwards. And the ball finds Ederson. Ederson also launched one for it, trying to find the run of KDB, Kevin De Bruyne. Hustling for every single 50-50 ball, something we've not seen, often from City this evening. And Jay would also be harassed by Josko Vadio. Lovely skill to turn around and, start another counter-attack. But the ball is being won, and it tells you the hunger level of both players, going toe-to-toe to win that ball.
Josiah, if I were a coach, I was going to do a tactical substitution. Dembele should be in this match. Dembele should be in this match because the pace that is lacking in the flanks for PSG is going to be offered by Dembele, because they are able to transition the ball from defense to attack. But now who's going to transition the ball from attack and then be able to shoot? But so far, what we'll be able to see is that PSG is comfortable with the ball, that there's no threat to them, but how are they turning the possession into something meaningful when it comes to attack? That is what they have been able to, that's what they are lacking so far in the first 2 minutes that we have seen.
Alright, so just 2 minutes of the first half had to be played here, 43 minutes scored. It's still barring. It's a watch along on the ALmedia channel, our YouTube channel. Don't forget to be a part of this family. Subscribe and just stay updated with all the latest, and then also some fresh commentary as well as decisive analysis during Champions League match days. Jay with the ball inside the left-hand side of the PSG attacking area. He would go back, finds William Patrick Marquinhos, gets involved over there, ball played into space for Bradley Bacola, puts a play neatly back to Ashraf Hakimi, then Marquinhos. The AC Milan has also taken the lead at home at the San Siro, and they're leading 1-0 again.